Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Coffee with Craig show. We'll be talking about commercial real estate in Central and Eastern Europe. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Coffee with Craig show. Another great day. Last week we were broadcasting from MIPIM in Cannes every day at the MIPIM fair, and then again, some of the people stayed for the fair afterwards, which was the yacht show, and it was great because we met a lot of our clients there as well, and distributed the magazines at both events. And so now Monday, it's good to be back in the office. Great to be here. Tuesday, Wednesday, we'll be actually broadcasting from the MIPIM Italy fair in Milano. So we're really, our focus is really getting Italian retailers into Central and Eastern Europe. So we'll be meeting several of them, talking to a few of them as well, probably some interviews. So the next 2 days we'll be covering that. So for all of you that are interested in the retail market and looking at more retailers coming in, stay tuned with us because we'll be talking to a few of those, and I think some of the developers that'll be there as well. From if they're not there from Central Europe, hopefully we'll be able to connect the two. So it'll be great to see them and see where they kind of fall into play after this all the 18 months into the pandemic. So we're the international media partner of MAPIC Italy and of course of MAPIC. So we got our magazines there, full distribution. So if you're down there, please come and see us. We'll definitely be happy to say hi and maybe get some things in our future magazines with you. Also September events, we've got an event this week on Thursday. So 3 more days, 2 events actually on Thursday. The first one will be our breakfast, our Coffee with Craig breakfast at the InterContinental Warsaw. So if you don't have a ticket for that, definitely let us know. We want to have you there. We've got some great speakers already lined up. We've got Robert Dobrzycki at Panettone. At Logicar, we got Bartosz Mierzwiak. And at PNB Paribus Real Estate, we have Mateusz Skubiewski, who will also be from the Warsaw or the Poland capital market. So it'll be great to have them. And then in the evening, our back to business cocktails, which everyone loves to attend. And that'll be this year. We're doing it at La Regina Hotel in the new town here in Warsaw. So come join me that. If you don't have any tickets or anything for any of those, let us know right away because we want to get you on the guest list. Then, of course, October, which is coming up, October 20th, 21st, almost a month away now, a little over a month away. We have our CRE Investment Awards at the InterContinental Hotel. A lot of new investors doing industrial and some residential and also, of course, office and some retail parks. A lot of kind of across the board, a lot of interesting things. So we hope to see you all there. And now we'll just shoot right over to Winston Norman, our editor at EuropaProperty.com and also editing all of our great magazines. Winston, good to see you after a whole week of out of town.
Yeah.
And great to be back.
Nice to see you as well, Craig.
Yeah, great. Nice to be back. And so let us know. We'll go to a commercial break and we'll shoot right back in 20 seconds. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now preparing for the CEE region's flagship event for investors and developers, the Europa Property Investment Awards, which will be live and online October 20th and 21st. With a total of over 400 international and regional attendees, this event is not to be missed. All right, so welcome back. And Winston, ready for action on the news?
Yeah, thanks, Craig. And today we'll start with a report from Savills, and they are talking about retailers attracting opportunistic investors, and it's increasingly attractive to this type of investor. In the UK, for example, opportunistic interest is in the last quarter has increased significantly, and this is to do with a significant yield correction. The report goes on to say in Poland, the secondary retail assets are being traded at double-digit yields. So a big move out there. The report goes on and says against the general trend of falling investment in retail, investors are showing confidence in the food and convenience segments. Assets related to the food sector such as discounters, supermarkets, anchored retail schemes and to a lesser extent hypermarkets have been attracting multiple bids and yields are moving in. The stability of length income streams make this segment desirable. And just concluding on this, Michał Stepien, he's from Savills, Poland, he says, investment activity in Poland's retail sector for the first half of 2021 did not exceed 300 million euros and constituted less than 15% of total investment, reflecting around a 40% drop year on year. He says that investor activity shifted from retail towards the logistics sector and significantly limited the pool of buyers targeting retail. However, he believes that this will unfold over time once the retail sector recovers, driven by the synergy of traditional retail and online. The retail investment sector will be back on track. Staying in Poland and in the market reports, CRE Immo, in cooperation with its international alliance partner Gerald Eve, has prepared its second edition of its guide to the European industrial and logistics real estate market, where Poland has come out on top and remains very attractive for investors due to pricing. The report presents average prime rents in 80 locations within 20 European countries, as well as yields in these markets. It also includes land prices in 53 key industrial and logistics locations. Poland remains one of the most attractively priced markets in Europe. 3 out of the 5 cheapest locations in terms of prime big box rents are in Poland. In addition, 3 Polish markets make the top 5 list of most attractively priced land markets in Europe. The report goes on to say that keen appetite for industrial and logistics assets has led to ongoing increases in transactional prices and, in consequence, to yield compression in the majority of markets. The lower the yield, the higher the price that the vendor is able to secure in relation to the income stream generated by the asset. Warsaw, which is the most expensive Polish market, records net prime yields of 5.3%, 20 basis points less compared to the end of 2020. And to conclude, Renata Olsika, managing partner of CRE Immo, she says yield compression within the warehouse sector across Europe is linked to the rise in significance of this real estate sector. The pandemic accelerated this structural shift, with rapidly growing e-commerce driving demand for warehouse space even higher. We currently observe a rising number of acquisitions at the early stage of development. This demonstrates high confidence in the Polish market.
Oh yeah, Renata would be the one to know. Yeah.
She would, yeah. Moving to Budapest and staying in the investment market, and Convergence has closed the sale of the Arpad Centre office building. The property was acquired by Investum. During the transaction, Convergence was represented by Cushman & Wakefield. This is the second purchase of investment following the acquisition of the Canada Square office building in Budapest from CRE Immo. And according to Convergence, they said that since the purchase of the building in 2019, we have turned the then undermanaged and slightly neglected building into a fruitful project. We have re-geared the leases, leased the vacant areas, and developed a strong long-term relationships with occupants. So it looks like the buyer is getting a good product there.
Yeah, really.
And then finally for today, and staying in Budapest and staying in the office market, Wing is launching a new office development in Budapest. Hop Passage will be part of Hungaria Office Park. It will offer 32,000 square meters of Class A office space and will meet environmental accessibility rating criteria and will offer customizable offices. Preparatory work is set to start in late 2021 and the new building is expected to be completed at the end of 2023. And according to Noah Steinberg, chairman and CEO of Wing, he says, we decided to launch this large-scale, multi-phase project as part of Wing's long-term development strategy, which aims to create a more livable urban environment. In the coming years, a new eco-friendly complex with a total of nearly 65,000 square meters will be created on a major property with development potential.
Well, that's quite interesting because we don't really get much new office development.
Yes, it's positive news and things. I mean, they've been buying up a lot of land bank and doing a lot of development wings. So
32,000. That's a lot of square meters, and
the
they
first
must be
of 65,000 square meters.
Yeah, I would imagine Noah must have a few companies interested if he's building something that big or starting something that big.
I would hope so.
All right, great. So is that it for the day?
Yeah, that's all the news for today.
All right. Well, thank you, Winston, and everybody. We appreciate your time and welcome. I'm happy to be back. Like I said, we'll be broadcasting from the fair tomorrow and Wednesday, and then of course back on Thursday at the InterConti for the breakfast. So everyone, enjoy the rest of your day wherever you're at, and we hope to see you tomorrow.
Click here to subscribe to the Coffee with Craig show, and don't forget to share it with your friends.